Saturday now that a couple of days have passed. Have you got any new thoughts on Saturday's game?
Well, the only thing, it's the usual thing. Hindsight's better than foresight. Yeah, you never get that chance, but if we could go back and do a couple of things different, why, I know it would win the ball game, and I'm sure that we have nothing but the greatest of admiration for our kids. We thought it was a tremendous ball game. Our kids played a fine ball game. We don't have any kick on them at all. We had kids that were going two ways and playing defense and offense too, and it was just a deep down tremendous effort on our part. And it was only by a whisker that we lost the ball game, and frankly I didn't think our kids deserved to lose. We could have won the thing very easily, and of course it could very easily have ended up with a tie, and I guess that's what the ball game's all about. Somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose, but we feel real badly about the loss.
Now the difference between a winning season and a losing season is next week. How do you look toward next week's game? Can you beat St. Joe's?
Well, we have the better ball club. When we go all out and put as much into a game as we did last week's Indiana State game, goodness only knows what will happen the next week. My biggest worry and my biggest fear right now is, of course, that we put so much into it that we won't have anything left for this next week. And we did put a lot into that last week, so I just got my fingers crossed. We have a great bunch of kids, just a great bunch, and I know that they have played under adversity already this year, and I'm hoping that they've got one more climbing up off of their haunches and coming roaring back, and if they do, we should be in pretty decent shape.
They still got one game to go, so we don't want to say the season is over, but this is your first year as head coach. As you look back going into the final game, are you as far ahead as you expected to be, or how do you look at the season after the first year?
Well, there's some things. Of course, this is a new offense that we're all working with. This is not my offense. This is an offense that we all developed, that we felt like we should be playing. It's something that very few of us, we don't have experience in working together, and there are some things, if I could go back and do it over again, that we would do differently. However, I think that's a part of growing, probably growing as a staff and growing together, that I feel sure we'll do a better job next year than we did this year. But as a whole, Saturday's loss was probably the most disappointing, and had we not lost it, I think we would have felt everything would have come out about the way that I think anyone that was realistic felt that the season should have come out. Probably our tremendous shuffle and coaching assignments at the last minute had as much to do. That and the tremendous number of injuries that we've had had as much to do with the two real bombings that we took this year. And I would hope that maybe we've got over the hump on that at least.
Okay, good enough.